Oh, hartstikke dank.
Okay.
You're not a they?
I'm not a they, no. Some people are they, you know. One of my granddaughters is a they until she will be something else, you know. It's a time when they don't decide what they are. So
Vreugnicht.
No, I had a woman.
it's not a problem. It's not a problem. You just have to get used to it.
That's exactly right. Like everything else.
It's true. It's true.
You just have to get used to the idea.
You know what they say in Yiddish? Lomer nicht zuprüft werden, zu wuss me ken zuzuwohnen werden.
Yeah. Why don't you translate
Good
that?
word.
Yeah, please.
Translate. Susan, translate that.
Guys, you know what? Let's start. Whoever will join us later. I think it's time. Michael?
But Susan, please translate what you just said.
Okay.
Lomer nicht
Let us.
zuprüft werden. Maybe we not have to experience wuss me ken zuzuwohnen werden, to what to get accustomed to.
Oh, okay.
Let's not be tried.
Never heard that.
They have to do what it's possible to
You
get
don't
it.
have to do it to understand it.
Exactly. Well, definitely, but it's hard, very hard.
Like
Rafael, you are
You
with
know,
us,
it's hard to change your mindset to be flexible about things, and it always is. But once you decide that you're going to experience things with an open heart, you know, it's not hard to adapt.
Yeah, it's not hard at all, I can tell you. Not hard at all. You just, that's how it is.
Yeah.
It depends on the kid, don't forget.
Yeah, but you know.
No, it depends on us. It depends on us. not the
Everybody.
kid.
Yeah, it depends on the surrounding. It depends, you know, on the parents and grandparents.
You know what?
If you love them, it's okay. It doesn't matter if they're he, she, it,
Of course
they,
not.
whatever.
Of
yeah.
course not, but it's depends also on the kid. Let me tell you, we've had it in our family. We were so open and everything, and the kid, oh yeah, bruh. Anyway, never mind.
I just have to say one thing. It's something that I learned. I was a teacher for many years, and this is a thing that like it's so powerful to me, and that is that sometimes people that need the most love have the worst way of asking for it.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, and that's so powerful. To me, it's never the kid. The kid is just trying to be, you know, and it's a powerful thing to learn as a teacher and as a parent.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm done. I'm sorry. I'll stop.
No, don't be sorry. That was a words of wisdom.
I
That
can
is
relate. I
beautiful.
can relate to that.
Beautiful.
I certainly can relate to that.
Isabel, welcome back, Isabel. We haven't seen
Yes.
you. A shock mit Jürgen.
Yeah.
A shock mit Jürgen. Yeah. Okay. Michael, start.
Schönen Dank.
Wegen Wusserettir, Sholem Aleichem. Ich
Sholem
habe nicht
Aleichem.
verstanden. Ich habe nicht
Die ist
verstanden.
sehr vernahmen.
Wilne, Stutt von Geist und Mimes. Wilne, Jiddisch Lachbartat, wo es murmeln stille Twilis, stilles Säudes von der Nacht. Oftmals seh ich dich in Cholem, es geliebte Wilne mein, und die alte Wilne Ghetto in a nebeldicken Schein. Wilne, Wilne, unser Heimstatt, unser Bänkschaft und Baguette. Zeiten von Amor. Ich seh den Wäldele Sakrette in sein Schutten eingehielt, wo geheim ist Hoben leeres, in so Wissen Durst gestillt. Wilne hat dem ersten Fuder von der Freiheitsbund gewährt und die liebe Kinder ihre mit a starken Geist belehrt. Wilne, Wilne, unser Heimstut, unser Bänkschaft unbegehr. Ach, wie oft es ruft dein Namen von mein Euger Reuser Trär. Wilne Geflach, wilne Teichen, wilne Wälder, Berg und Tal. Eppes Neuet, eppes bängt sich noch die Zeiten von Amor. Wilne Geflach, wilne Teichen, wilne Wälder, Berg und Tal. Eppes Neuet, eppes bängt sich noch die Zeiten von Amor.
Okay, let's start reading the English. Mariv, you want to start?
Okay, hold on, let me make it big. Like other immigrants, Jews in America wrote songs that scorned or ridiculed their native lands. But they also wrote songs that were nostalgic and idealized their hometowns. By the 1930s, the city of Vilna already had a reputation that idealized it as a centuries-old center of Jewish faith with dozens of shuls and kloisen. It was where the Gaon of Vilna and his Misnagdim had opposed the Hasidim. Vilna was also revered as a center of democratic and socialist fervor. The Bund was founded there, the Yiddishist movement was thriving, and the YIVO had just opened in 1925.
Okay, go on.
A.L. Wolfson and Alexander Olshanetsky were two immigrants to the U.S. who wrote Vilna, Vilna in 1934 on the occasion of the Workmen's Circle publication of a book celebrating the city, the Vilna Zammelbuch, Vilna Anthology. The song cast the city in a mythical aura, and it was very popular. Although the original lyrics called Vilna Unser Mecca, our Mecca, the words were changed when it was sung in Poland to Unser Beimstadt, our hometown.
Okay, thank you. Janet, will you continue?
It is a bitter irony that this nostalgic song was written 7 years before the Nazis occupied the city and murdered most of the Jews. The Alta Vilna ghetto mentioned in the song refers to the Jewish quarter, which was not a legal ghetto. Ironically, when the Nazis forced the Jews of Vilna into the hell of a real ghetto, the song continued to be sung there. Breda Katz sings this version on her 2007 album, The Eternal Question. The orchestration is by Wolf Krakowski. Photos of Vilna accompany the song. Sie singt schön.
Okay, thank you. Cookie, you want to
Oh,
start?
thank you. Thank you. Vilna. Vilna Stadt von Geist und Temimus.
Yes.
Was meint das?
Innocence.
Innocent.
You see the word Tom in there.
Vilna. De schlecht. De schlecht.
Yiddish.
Tracht. De schlecht. Tracht. Wo es Mormelen, stille Tefillis, stille Seides von der Nacht.
Good.
I understand half of it, but the third line gave me a.
Okay, so let's Maurice do the translation.
Vilna, Stadt von Geist und Mimes, city of spirit and innocence. Vilna Yiddishlich vertracht. Vilna, I mean, it's conceived in a Jewish way, but it doesn't really mean conceived. It means like totally Jewish. Wo es Murmeln still in Tfilis, where you can hear quiet prayers being murmured. Stille Seudes von der Nacht. Quiet secrets at nighttime.
Okay, let's continue. Rochelle, can you read? Guys, if I call you, unmute yourself, okay? Rochelle, you're muted.
Okay, got it now.
Yes.
Okay. Oftmals sehe ich dich in Cholm, heißgeliebte Vilna mein, und die alte Vilna Ghetto in Beldikenschein. No, Nebeldikenschein. Okay. Often I see you in my dream, hotly loved or passionately loved Vilna mine, and the old Vilna ghetto in a foggy shine. Nebel,
Yeah, nailed it. Good, it's good.
yeah, foggy shine.
Yeah. Maurice, you have anything to add?
No, perfect.
Good.
Thank you.
So let's continue. Alvin, Alvin, please.
Ja. Vilna, unsere Heimstatt, unsere Bankschaft und Bagger. Wie oft es ruft dein Namen von mein Eug heraus atrer. Well, Vilna, our hometown. I don't know what a bagger is.
Bagger is desire. Bankschaft is longing and bagger and desire.
A longing and desire. We're often your name is called from my eyes comes a tear.
Again. Good. Maurice, anything to add?
No, that's good. That's good.
Perfect. Good. So let's go on. Isabel, you think you can tackle it? Unmute yourself.
Wilner Gesslich, Wilner Teichen, Wilner Wälder, Berg und Toll. Etwas noch, etwas
Neues. And here I
Neu-
made a
etwas
spelling
Neues.
mistake. It
Etwas
should be a
Neues.
vav instead of an aleph. Etwas Neues.
Etwas Neues. Etwas bängt sich. Noch die Zeiten von Amol. I don't think I can do that.
Okay, but you read, that's good. You read, Maurice.
Okay,
Please.
so Geslach are alleys. You know, Gas is a street. Geslach, little alleys of Vilna. Teichen are rivers, because there was a Vilia river that flowed through the city. Vilna Velder, there were woods, Bag und Tol, mountains and valleys. Epis Noyet, there's something gnaws at you, something's eating away at you. Epis bengt sich, there's something longing, noch die Zeiten von Amol, longing for the days of yesteryear.
Neuet,
Before
Neuet,
we
Noyet is
continue,
to gnaw, to eat at your insides.
okay, before we continue, yes, Rafael.
Yeah, just an interesting point of grammar. Notice the first word, Vilna. You'd expect to see an ending which would be plural to go together with Geslech or Teichen, but it doesn't. When you have a word referring to a place, it just ends with no matter what the number is.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
Good. Cookie, you wanted to say something?
no, he answered, but I want to know what Neuet
Okay.
means, yeah, gnaws it you.
Gnaws at you, it haunts you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
Shame
good.
that.
Okay.
Rafael? Does that point of grammar you made, does it apply because it's considered that the place is already pluralized?
I don't think so. Ich bin an Amerikaner Yid. Seinen da Sach Amerikaner Yid. It just that's the nature of place names. I don't think it's because it's considered already plural. It works fine in the singular also.
Right, no, I know, but what I'm saying is that,
גם
all
זה
right.
קשה לך.
Hey, Neely, if you want to talk, Neely, mute yourself. Okay. Are we going on? Are we moving on? Okay.
איך אני סוגרת את זה?
Where are you? Just mute yourself. I don't know. Put where you see.
I did it.
You did it perfect. Okay. Okay, where were I? Okay, Karen, please. That's a difficult one, so that's for you.
Sei dem Wäldeler Sakreter in sein Schatten eingehüllt, wo es haben unser Lehrers unser Wissen durch gestillt.
Good.
I see the Sakreter woods and its shadow.
In its shadow.
In its enveloping shadow, where our teachers, quenched our thirst for knowledge.
Good.
Very good.
Very
Yeah,
good.
Very
I
good.
knew why I gave it to you.
Very good.
Okay.
Boy, those are tough words. Ooh.
Okay, so let's go on. Michael, can you go on?
Yeah, it's hard to unmute when you're sharing screen. Okay. Vilna hat dem ersten vor dem von dem Freiheitsfond gewebt und die liebe Kinder ihre mit der starken Geist belebt. So Vilna has, what is Fodem?
Thread, thread,
Thread.
thread.
Okay, he got it, he got it.
Yeah.
1%. Is
I'm
it?
happy I know it.
Okay, we'll see if, okay, so Vilna has the first thread of, oh, okay. So Vilna, let's say, is the first thread in a woven Freiheitsfond. What? How?
Flag
say
of
freedom.
freedom.
Flag.
Freedom's
Flag.
flag.
Oh yeah, fond.
Freedom.
Okay. So so Vilna is the first thread in a flag of freedom, a flag woven of freedom. Und die liebe Kinder ihre mit der starken Geist belebt. So, and her dear children with a strong will or
Spirit.
strong spirit are belebt. Would that be are loved? Or
Inspired.
raised?
Inspired.
Inspired. Oh, okay. So and so her dear children are inspired with a strong spirit.
Yeah, good. Okay, Morty, yeah.
Yeah, I just want I think the first two lines have to be read complete before you can really translate it.
Mhm.
Because what
Yeah.
it says is that Vilna wove the first thread of the freedom flag.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hide fawn, a fawn. Yeah, fawn is a
Okay.
flag. Yeah.
And
Okay,
it's probably referring to the founding of the Bund
of the bone.
in 1897.
Mhm.
That's the flag that they're proud that Vilna was where the Bund was founded.
Fine, but I had it scheduled because I had an appointment with David.
Okay,
Good.
guys, if you are on the phone or talking to someone, please mute yourself.
It wasn't that great this morning, but I feel better now.
Okay. Who is talking? I don't see.
Yeah, but you know when you get your.
Yeah, I can't see it either. That's
It
weird.
might be Julia, but I'm not sure.
No, Julia is not on. I didn't see Julia.
Oh,
No.
okay. now-
Can you just mute everybody who's not speaking? Are you able to do that? I've been
Yep,
in other
it's done.
meetings where they can just
Yep.
mute everybody and then they just unmute when it's their turn.
It's done.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, you didn't mute me. Good. Okay, so yeah, let's go on. Steve, can you read?
Ich can prove.
Okay.
Vilna, Vilna, unser Heimstatt. Unser Bankschaft und Bagger, same as before. Ach, wie oft es ruft dein Namen von mein Oig, entschuldigt, mein Oig Arois Trer. Vilna, Vilna, our hometown, our spirit and our longing, our longing and our spirit. How often we've called its name from my eye. I'm not sure what's today.
Here.
So it's, wie oft es ruft dein Namen von mein Oiga Hois Atre. How often your name, the name of the city,
Right.
it draws forth a tear from my eyes.
Oh, okay. Today. Got it. Okay. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So I'm in second place behind Karen.
No, we are not rating anyone. We are, but no. Okay, I will not even joke. No.
Tell me again what bagher means.
It's desire.
Bagher, thanks.
Bagheer is desire. Because they're immigrants in America and they're thinking back to Vilna.
Ah, bagher.
Okay, Leah? Leah, but unmute yourself first.
Want me to read?
Yes, please.
Okay. Wilner, Geslach, Wilner, Teichen, Wilner, Wälder, Berg und Tal. Etwas schneit, etwas bekennt sich noch die Zeiten von einmal. Okay. So
Can you translate it or we will leave it to Maurice?
Yeah, let him do it. Yeah.
Okay, it's up to you.
So
Okay.
the Geslach are the little alleys, Vilna's little alleys, Teichen are rivers, Velda, the woods, Bog and Tal, the hills and the valley, Epis Noyet, something gnaws at you, Epis Bengtzich, you're longing for it, you're missing it, noch die Zeiten von einmal, you're longing for the old days.
Right.
Okay.
What is Bengtich? Bengtich?
Banking is to miss someone or
Oh,
something.
Longing,
Banking
longing.
is to miss, to long, yeah,
Long, a bank nothing.
right.
Yes, Steve, you wanted to.
I just have a question for Maurice. That noch de Zeiten from a mole, can that be translated as after the time from that time?
No, it's the verb is banken noch, to long for. Bankt sich noch, he longs for die Zeiten von einmal. Die Zeiten von einmal means
Isn't
long
Amol the
gone, the old days.
Okay.
Let him
Amol is
finish the explanation and then you can ask, okay?
Right. Okay, so that's it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Banken noch, yeah, right. You could say banken noch dir, to miss you, to long for you. This is missing, longing
long
for
for
the
yesterday.
time past.
Yeah.
Leah, it's clear you wanted to ask something, Leah? Leah?
Yeah, just a minute. Bekennt sich is remember. No. Von Amol is the past, isn't it?
Right.
Yes.
The Zeiten von einmal is
that's
the
fine.
past.
Okay. Okay, Rochale, yes?
Okay, the word noyet, I want to be sure I understood it. Noyet is something that causes pain?
It gnaws at you,
bothers
it
you?
eats at
What?
your insides.
What?
It gnaws, you know the word gnaw, G-N-A-W? It gnaws, it eats at you.
זה מכרסם אותך.
Okay, okay.
And it should be a vav,
I found
not an aleph.
noyet.
Anne, was hast du gesagt?
It's grudget there, and when it's
Yes, grudget, right.
grudget.
Like
I haven't heard that
like
word
agita.
in 40 years.
Yeah.
I grew up with it.
Oh yeah, it's grudget, sure.
Grudget, yeah. Okay, nice.
Okay, weil ich habe getroffen, Neuenisch ist es tut weh. Pardon, ich bin ein bisschen ziemlich mit dem.
Well, it's not a physical, it's not a physical pain. It's a metaphysical pain. It's
okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not a
this is
physical
right.
pain.
Yeah.
Like memory, you know, how
Right,
memories
right.
cling to you and you want to
Right.
get rid of them, but you can't.
Exactly.
Okay, good. So let's continue. Or that was the last one. Yeah. Okay,
Good.
so let's listen to it once again. Sorry.
Stadt von Geist und Mimes. Wilne jiddischlich vertracht, wo es murmeln stillet willes, stilles Säudes von der Nacht. Oftmals seh ich dich in Cholem, es geliebte Wilne mein, und die alte Wilne Ghetto in a nebeldicken Schein. Wilne, Wilne, unser Heimstatt, unser Bänkschaft und Baguette. Ach, wie oft es ruft dein Namen von mein Euger Ruisatrer. Wilne Geslach, wilne Teichen, wilne Wälder, Berg und Tor. Eppes neuet, eppes bängt sich noch die Zeiten von Amor. Ich seh den Wäldele Sekreter in sein Schutten eingehielt, wo geheim es haben leeres, unser Wissen durchgestillt. Wilne hat dem ersten Fuder von der Freiheitsfun geweckt und die liebe Kinder ihre mit a starken Geist belebt. Wilne, Wilne, unser Heimstatt, unser Bänkschaft und Baguette. Ach, wie oft es ruft dein Namen von mein Euger Ruisatrer. Wilne Geslach, wilne Teichen, wilne Wälder, Berg und Tor. Eppes neuet, eppes bängt sich noch die Zeiten von Amor. Wilne Geslach, wilne Teichen, wilne Wälder, Berg und Tor. Eppes neuet, eppes bängt sich noch die Zeiten von
Beautiful voice. Sehr schön.
Okay. Yes, Cookie.
What does Nebeldicker mean? I wrote it down already. Nebeldicker.
Foggy.
Foggy.
Right, foggy.
Same thing.
Okay, anyone wants to say anything about the song, about the content, about anything at all?
It's like sort of a comparison to Belts, but Belts I think is a much more beautiful song. Is Belts, but it's similar in the longing for the town. Yeah, I found
Right,
it.
that's
Okay.
right.
Susan, yeah, but unmute yourself. You are all muted, so when you speak, unmute.
Vilna became a center, was able to become a center of Yiddish culture in the 1900s because for example, so many Jews lived in Warsaw, but Warsaw was a center of Polish nationalism. It was not a place where Yiddish could be comfortably grow. And of course, anything that was Russian was also not a comfortable place for Yiddish to grow. But Vilna had Lithuanian peasants on one hand, at one time Russian masters, at another time Polish masters. So it was open to the Yiddish nationalism. There was a place for it, and it became like the Yiddish Shtut.
Did anybody ever hear of Rajan Lumsha Gaberni? My mother said it was a half hour from Varsha, where she was born. Rajan, it doesn't exist anymore. Rajan Lumsha Gaberni, she used to say.
No, but this is not Lomzha Gaberna. This
That's Vilna.
Today, it's the capital of Lithuania. So they have a long history with Vilna.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay, if there's nothing more, so let's move.
What
to
wasn't Yivo there, Susan? Yivo.
Yes, that was part
That's
of
the whole thing.
that was part of the political, socialist, Bundist, Yiddishist world that was built in Vilna. And my point is that Vilna was a place that was ready for it because it had a mixture of cultures, and none of them was a master of all. So the Yiddish had a place there, which it wouldn't have in Warsaw or someplace else that was very nationalistic and had no other choice.
Beverly, we will see it in the story because Ivo and Weinreich are featured in the story that we are reading. So you will see it there. Okay, so let's move to the story. Mayrev, please, can you? Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's where we stopped. So what we read until now is that Hannah Merke, she has a stand in the fish market, and there was someone in the name of Rubinstein that used to come to the fish market and to her house and ask her about, you know, idioms and sayings that are related to what she is doing. And she grew to like him, and one day he put on his rucksack and disappeared. And that's where we are now. So, Morty, can you start?
Sorry, remind me please where we are. Here
after the star.
Ja, wo ist der Finn? Wo ist der Finn, als von dem ist gut nicht geboren? So what is it if nothing came out of all this? Rubinstein ist weg von Vilna und mehr nicht gelost hören von sich. Rubinstein left Vilna and there was nothing heard from him again. Hol Hanne Merke wieder ungetein die Almune auf sich im Gesicht der Trinken ihr Umit in dem Balje Fisch. Hannah Merke again took on the spirit of a widow, and she looked for consolation to console her sadness in the tub of fish. Emes, sie hat schon nicht geworfen mit gleichwertig in Klulis wie früher. It's true, she didn't throw out curses and witticisms as before. Aber von Mol zu Mol hat sich herausgehabt bei ihr a Zugerts. But once in a while, a saying came out of her, wo sie missugel gewesen zu verkriechen in 7 Tried, that was able to cut into the 7th rib. A viele a gitte Leisung hat ihr nicht gekannt der Muntern. Even a good sail wasn't able to lift her spirits. Ot hat sie in ein kurzen Feitig, le Muschel, upgereinigt die ganze Balei in a bark platkes. For
Yes.
example, on a short Friday, for example, she upgereinigt. She emptied the whole tub from a mountain of platkes. I suppose that's a kind of fish. Hat sie nicht a Flüche getin das Wasser über den ganzen Markt wie amul. She didn't even throw a bit of water throughout the whole market as she used to some time before. When sie is gewesen in Polnem Glanz. I really don't know what Polnem Glanz is. When she was in, can
Just a
anybody?
minute. Maybe Golda raised her hands. Yes, Golda? Unmute yourself.
Platkes are sayings that are not nice. That's what platkes are. It's not fish.
It's not plotkes.
It's not fish. Platkes are terrible things that people say. It's nastiness.
Is it curses?
In the dictionary, I saw it as a small fish, but
Yes,
you could be right also. Could
I
have two
also
different
saw
meanings.
it as a small fish.
Yeah, here it's more suitable to be a small fish.
A minnow.
Excuse me, they're two different words. One is plutkas, which is a small fish called a gudgeon, and the other word is polka, which means complete or perfect. Polna.
In Polnem Glanz in perfect. Okay.
And I did find there's an alternate, it's an alternate spelling of pliotke, dipliotka, which is gossip, lie, or slander.
So that's
Okay.
pliotke,
Okay,
which is
just a
different than
moment.
plotkes. But anyway.
Rafael, you raised your hand?
Yeah, in my dictionary, I've got plutka as a kind of fish called a dart, D-A-R-T. And I understand that it would sound very much like plyotke, which is slander or gossip. But in picture, this is not plyotke, it's plotke with a hard L, not a soft L. Although Yiddish doesn't usually.
Thank you.
Okay, but Rafael, what is Polnem?
Is complete.
Complete. Okay, thank you.
Or perfect. It can also mean incomplete, but it's ironically to mean complete or perfect.
Yeah, Maurice and then Louisa.
Yeah, I think she used to dump the water all over the place. When sie ist gewesen in Polnem Glanz. I think it's like when she was in top form, when she was really at the height of her, now she's depressed because she's thinking about Rubinstein. But in the old days, when she was in top form, she would just let that water flow.
Just, throw it. Yes. Louisa, yeah?
Yeah, I still have my notes from when we read this one
in class.
Then.
Yeah.
When we read it then, we translated this as complete glory. When she was in her full or complete glory.
Okay, so that works. It works with what Rafael said. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Especially because glance also means brilliance.
Okay.
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 I also have one question. What's plioje?
It's like to throw, just to throw over the water. I can see it in my mind. She is taking the tub and she's throwing the water all over the place.
Like splash.
Splashing, yeah, splashing.
Thank you.
Okay, go on, Morty.
Okay. Norgelost Rislin das Wasser mamisch unter die Fies. But she just let the water run exactly under her feet. Still, bescheiden, Gurnish die hier die Kommandantke von Fischmark. Quiet, bescheiden,
Modest.
modest, nothing like when what she used to be when she was the commander in the fish market.
Okay. Thank you, Morty.
How,
Rafael?
how did you translate mamish?
Specifically, exactly.
Exactly.
Ah, right. Okay,
Like the
thank you.
Hebrew mamash.
Mamash.
Okay.
By the way, talking about mamash, you know, it's a Chabad saying. They like the word mamash because the letters in mamash also refer to Menachem Mendel Schneerson.
Ah, hi,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay, good
That's
to know.
great.
Now you know something new.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, Rafael, please.
The andere Fischerkes, the other fishwives, haben gut verstanden ihr Gemüt. They well understood her emotional state. But hat sich ihr Chan American gecholem, azisa cholem. Because here, for Chan America, there had been a dream, a sweet dream. And es hat sich von dem ausgelöst der Teich. But nothing came out of it. Literally, a river is what it turned into. Cyril, the Pagagella, we had that before. Cyril is her name, and she's known as the Pagagella. What did we end up saying that was?
A parrot.
I thought there was like a parrot, a
A
papagayo.
parrot. A papagayo.
Okay.
Papagallo, like from Papagallo.
Okay, fine.
It is a
So
parrot.
Cyril-
What does it mean?
Parrot.
Parrot.
A parrot.
P-A-R-R-O-T, parrot.
Tuki.
Was hat gehad ihre Balaya, Beschreines mit Chan American, who had her tub of fish in the same vicinity as Chan America, hat geflammt und gefeiert. She was full of fire and flame. Sie hat gezischet. That's to gnaw the teeth, I think.
I found
It's
the
to hiss or to
as
sizzle.
sizzled.
Yeah, she sizzled.
Yeah.
As Azar Rubensteinen hat man gedarft ausdrehen die zweite Fuß. That for such a Rubenstein, they ought to pull off or twist off his other foot. Hat ungeheuben kommen auf den Markt, Kleiben Klawless, even before he arrived at the marketplace to collect curses. Cyril, I guess, I'm not remembering, was Rubenstein lame?
Yes,
one
he
foot.
was lame, yeah.
Yes.
That's why she says they should have taken
The
out.
other one.
The zweite, yeah.
Yeah.
Cyril hat nicht gewusst, wie zu trösten Chan American. Cyril didn't know how to comfort Chan America. Sagen ihr, als Usher die Kukaike, Tage von der Branche, chalischt war ihr, to say, let's see, to say to her that Asher, the Kukaika, and what's a Kukaika? Another
It's a
nickname.
cuckoo.
The cuckoo bird.
Cuckoo.
Cuckoo.
Okay.
It's another nickname.
Another nickname, right?
Yes.
They all seem to have nicknames. She's called the fish,
Mhm.
but to Usher the cuckoo. Maybe he sold birds in the market. I've seen a bird markets. It does
Mhm.
happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Asher the cuckoo seller. Take von der Branche. Actually, from this branch field of interest.
Branche is also like what we say, chevre, the group, from the group.
Yeah,
The same society.
yeah.
Mhm.
By the way, there is a Yiddish group called the Yiddish Branche, and Boris Sandler writes often for them. And you can get and everything that they write is available in high quality Yiddish. Anyway, to say to her that Usher, chalisht var ihr, is fainting to have her. Will sie nehmen, will sie steht and gate, that he wants to take her just as she is. Mamish, in ein hemd, literally, just in her dress. Without no
Is
doubt.
it hemd shirt?
Underwear, hemp is an underwear.
Well,
No,
hemd is
shirt.
clothing.
Shirt.
Yeah, shirt. It's typically shirt. Yeah,
It means,
it could be a night shirt. It can be a
Slip, I think. An
Susan,
undergarment.
yeah? Susan,
Shirt dress, like a shirt waist.
name him, wie sie steht and gate means with just as she is, without a nodden, without a dowry.
Oh, oh.
just
Marty?
with clothes on her back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mo-
that's
Marty?
exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Just with their clothes on their back.
yes, exactly. Okay, go on. Rafael.
Jene hat schon versucht etwas Besseres. Now Jene is in feminine, so I'm not quite sure who it refers to. That
It refers to Hannah Merkel.
Hannah Merkel.
okay, very good.
She had
Hannah
already
Merkel,
tasted
that
something
had
better.
already
He tasted something better already.
Yeah, so Rubenstein in particular, yeah.
Yeah.
She already had the taste of something better. A Mensch mit a Feder in Hand, a guy who had a pen in his hand. Wird das für ihr nicht sein Kind trägst. So talking about Asher would not be for her any sort of comfort. Asher the Kukaika is taka annomen by Asher the Kukaika is actually a name by the fish. Hold on a second. I got my own copy here, which I'm looking at. So, okay.
Okay.
Aber zu Rubensteinen kommt nicht. He has a name, I guess. He's well known among the fish sellers. But to Rubenstein, he doesn't meet the standard. Kommt nicht.
We can't be
Okay,
compared.
just a moment. Morty, yes?
Yeah, I would think that when she says taka numen by the fish, she means that he has a reputation
Mm-hmm.
in the fish
Yeah.
market.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay, yes, okay.
Von deswegen, nonetheless, Cyril die Pagagella beschlossen zu reden mit Hannah Merkel. So Cyril, the Pagagella, she decided to speak with Hannah Merkel. As das is nicht kein Weg, sich aufessen, a lebedike. It's no proper behavior, Weg, to eat oneself up alive. So leave them kulahai because of this kulahai. That's clearly a pejorative word. What is a kulahai?
Cripple.
Louisa,
We had cripple.
a cripple?
Yes.
You see, I don't have it, so I don't remember what I wrote. So.
Yeah.
Me too.
Kula, I'm trying to think, yeah, I don't have that. Okay. So cripple, fine. Then folklorist, the folklorist. Jener hat nicht verstanden, wie abzuschätzen. That guy had no idea how to
Treasure.
treasure, yeah, how to treasure her.
Shots.
Nicht die Klolles, mit die gleichwörtlich. Neither the curses nor the witticisms, was hat verdient, which he earned. Nicht a Freuenzimmer. And a Freuenzimmer is an interesting word. It means woman.
It means woman,
It means
not,
yeah, a Freuenzimmer is an unusual word that it means woman.
it doesn't mean a place where a woman lives, no?
Yeah, we had
Freuenzimmer just means a woman.
A woman, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Why do they have Zimmer? Zimmer is a room. Why wouldn't they just say Freien?
A Freuenzimmer, maybe it's like you see him in, when Rabbi Yosef called his wife Beiti, my house.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, Michael also he wrote it, yeah, okay.
Can I ask a question for a minute?
Yeah, Leah.
Isn't a cripple in Yiddish a kaliker?
But also, yeah, but also this, there is more than one word, yes.
Okay, but it is a kaliker.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
There's also the word kripple.
Mm-hmm.
There's krumak. And there's salomt and kalika. So there are lots of words for
There are
kripple.
lots of words.
Common.
When you say Frunzimmer, could that be a woman's boudoir?
No.
No.
It wouldn't make sense in the sentence.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Louisa, you want to add anything?
Yeah, I think that it is possible that Freuenzimmer is chambermaid because Zimmer, of course, is room, and Freuen, I think it's a sort of a Germanic origin type word, and a chambermaid in English means she's not a young woman or something like that.
I thought a chambermaid was a maid.
Yeah, that would be a Zimmerfrei, not a Frauenzimmer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Frauenzimmer, it's just an unusual word, but it does mean a woman. So going back a little bit, that fellow Rubinstein had no idea how to treasure neither the curses nor the witticisms that he had earned. He didn't know how to treasure a woman. By Vemen wollt gehat Teller mit a Löffel, and a good stickel fish, by whom he would have had a plate and a spoon and a good piece of fish. Is soll gehen und machen unter sich, wird alle Shich auf Pesach. He should go and machen unter sich. I'm not sure how to translate that.
Okay, my mother used to say it for young children that he should like crap in their pants.
Okay.
Doing his pants so he will have yellow shoes of Pesach because the yellow is from what he is doing, you know.
I see.
So that's, you know, when my mother used to say it about, you know, young children that are doing in their pants so they will have yellow shoes of Passover.
Oy vey, take all the romance away.
But it's amazing, you know, you get to know all these, you know, sayings that you don't do it usually. Usually you don't hear it. It's wonderful.
And the implication is you don't show up for Pesach with that kind of costume. You come well dressed for Pesach, right? Isn't that what it means?
No.
No?
No.
Why is Pesach in there?
No idea.
Oh.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe because of Pesach, people used to get new shoes for the children.
New clothes in general.
Clothing, yeah.
Yes, like Easter clothes.
Yes.
Pastels.
Excuse me, in the dictionary, it says that the expression machen unter sich means to be incontinent of bowel.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
To do in your pants, yeah. Morty?
Sorry. Yes, I wanted to go back a little bit to Kolehai. I haven't been able to find that word even in Shutkov. But in the dictionary, there's the word kelcho, and it might have a relation with that. I don't know. Kelcho means a small, thin voice. Maybe it referred to Rubinstein having a quiet voice or something. It was just a comment that I thought about.
It's possible that this is a Vilna word, because Vilna had a certain vocabulary, certain ways of saying things that were different from other towns. So maybe you have to find a Vilna Wörterbuch.
Okay. Marsha, I saw that you raised your hand before. Marsha, you still want to ask something or say something? And okay. Yes, Marsha? No, I don't see that. She probably doesn't hear me.
I do find Slichkov, since we're speaking of Slichkov, Kulahai. Two words, Hebrew, kulo, all of it. And he puts Kulahai, which doesn't fit at all here, or however it is. So to leave them Kulahai for the sake of this, whatever he might be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Refuel, did you find in Stutthof Kulehai as the word?
Two words, Kula, Hai.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's why I didn't find it. I don't know.
Okay, let's continue. Dos at Cyril. Barbara?
I'm going to pass today, folks. This is too good. I don't want to murder it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Murdering gives us the opportunity to discuss.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But no problem. Hilda, you want to continue? Hilda.
Von wannen?
Dos at.
Ah.
Dus
hat Cyril die Panegele Pagegele gewollt sagen. Hanne Melke und Sof soll nehmen zu ihr. Clemenisch. Sof soll werden zu ihr Clemenisch, ja.
Yeah.
So you want me to translate that?
If you can, yes.
I'll try. Cyril, what was Pagagilla?
The parrot.
Oh, the parrot. This Cyril the parrot wanted to say Hannemelke und Hannemelke und das hat let it be an end
exactly
to her longing, her clemenish is
grief.
Yes, grief. You want me to go on?
Yeah, if you can.
I'll try. Seien sie beide gegangen in a sommerdicken Freitag zurück von Malk heim. They went in a summery joy.
Friday.
Oh, Freitag. Friday. Back home.
Yes.
Hannemelke was hat Tomid gehat mal Schreifen. I don't know that word.
Schreifen is no.
Talk forever.
Screws. Schäufen is
screws.
But this means she had a big mouth. She had a sharp mouth.
And she can go on and on and on. She can continue talking all the time.
Okay. So where do I translate from? Hannemelke,
that Ed
who had a big mouth, a big mouth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, had a big mouth. Gerät for fire. She could talk for fire, like fire.
And for Wasser.
Und for Wasser, like fire and water. Hat nicht ausgerät, kein Wort. She didn't say one word. Cyril, die Papagele, Cyril the parrot, hat sie gemuntert. Cyril the parrot mocked her.
No.
She cheered her up.
Cheered her up.
Okay, thank you, Hilda.
Okay.
Thank you. Marsha, you want to try? Marsha?
Entschuldig mir.
Yeah, you want to try?
Yes.
Good.
Wo seinen
Ja.
Hannemelke
hat Klug zu die Männer. Reus und Reus.
Arum und Arum.
Entschuldig. Arum und Arum seinen sie der Dorf, wo die Hint, kein Minze, Minze?
Miese.
Oh, kein Miese, bisten nit. No, ugly one, you're not. Die Kinst doch, die Kinst doch, Avade seinen. Sorgen. Gut, Märchen.
Good morning.
Good morgen. Spiegele, Zwingele, Hub, Kane. Say that again.
Zurkele.
Zurkele, Hub, Kane, Sur, Nit.
Kein
Ser nit.
Okay. Can you translate it or we will? Okay. Okay. Maurice, can you translate it?
Sure. Hanemerke. Klug zu die Männer. The hell with men. Arum und Arum sennen sie doch du wie die Hint. In any case, they're here just like dogs. Kein Miese bist du nicht. You're not ugly. Du kannst doch Avade sagen. You really can say good morning, Spiegel. Good morning, mirror. Zukele hab kein Sanit. Cutie, don't worry about it. Don't have any concern.
Yeah. You're still the fairest of them all. Yeah.
She's talking to herself in the mirror.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. Okay, Rafael, yes.
Let me just point out this word sorkala is from the Hebrew tsura, meaning face. So sorkala, little face. And she's talking to herself.
Right.
Okay. Susan, please.
Hanemerke hat opgezifts. Hanemerke sighed. Dem Zog ob ich geheißen verschreiben Rubinstein. The pair.
I think dem Zog, that's what I told Rubinstein to write. Dem
The
Zog,
telling,
that saying.
yes. The Zug, the telling.
That saying, I think she's referring to what was before with the Zurkale.
Oh, what I said, I called it to verschreiben Rubinstein, to talk about, give my explanation of Rubinstein.
No, Susan. I think that what she is referring to is the saying about the Zurkale. And she said that she told Rubinstein to write it down. That specific saying.
Oh, yes. That is the saying that I told Rubinstein to write down. That saying. And still caught on.
Yes.
Schon wieder Rubinstein, again Rubinstein, und der Kulahai kriegt dir von Kopf nicht raus. That clacker, he's doesn't creep out of your head. You keep talking about him. Hat ausgenutzt deine Suchsen und wegsuchen anderswo. He used your sayings and he went somewhere else to wo einzuhandeln genitzten Ramschsäure, and he went somewhere else to look for a better merchandise.
Yeah. What is Ramsh, guys? Anyone knows what is Ramsh?
Where?
Yes, Ramsh is junk or odds and ends.
Okay.
Another junky bit of merchandise.
Okay.
Vet gewinnen Oyster Vilna. He'll find nothing but bad stuff outside of Vilna. Was zu verschreiben. He would find nothing to write about, nothing good to write about, only bad stuff to write about outside of Vilna. Dus was du hast ihm gegeben in ein Woche. What you, the information that you gave him in 1 week, that darfen aushinken die ganze Gegend a year. He will have to limp around the whole neighborhood for a year. And of course, he's crippled. So the fact that he limps. Wird es euch nicht haben, dem Willen Tom. And it wouldn't, he can go around the neighborhood, creep around the neighborhood for a year, and it will also not have the taste of Vilna.
So just a moment, I see that Morty raised his hand.
Yeah, I think the word einzuhandeln, genitzten Ramschheure means really to negotiate a bunch of junk or used junk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Go on, Susan.
Amerika hat erwidert and Amerika added. Hat amol zogt as in Bialystok. He once said that in Bialystok, who's Bialystok? When Bialystok hat sich aufgeregt, Cyril. What are you talking about, Bialystok? What Bialystok? Cyril put in. Wie kommt...
No, aufgeregt is she became angry.
Oh, Cyril got mad. Wos kommt das zu Vilna? How do you compare that place to Vilna? Ort hast du doch den besten Simmen. Here you have the best sign. Der Institut nu, wie heißt der? And the best sign of it is the Institute, der Yiddish Institute, the Jewish Institute, and here
Okay. And here it comes. That's the Evo Institute. Thank you, Susan. Thank you. Louisa, would you like to continue?
Yes.
But first I see Morty raised his hand.
I found interesting, and it may be a difference from the Yiddish that I always heard. Here he says, "Wer Bialystok, wenn Bialystok." Wus Bialystok, wenn Bialystok. I had always heard the expression as it would be in this case, "Wus Bialystok, wer Bialystok," instead of "wenn." But that may be just a Galician way of.
They get everything wrong.
Why don't everyone picks on the Galicianis?
I am proud of it, so and I have fixed it.
Okay,
You
Louisa,
mean,
go on.
you mean there are other people besides Galicianas?
Yeah.
Not really.
I go with Maurice on this. We're all Jews.
You have to hear my Sephardic boyfriend. He says we don't exist at all. None of us. Sephardim are the true Jews.
Okay.
Again,
Louisa.
I go with Maurice on this. Whatever your accent, we're all Jews.
By the way, you know the saying about Galiciane, right?
How, which one?
A Galiciane Rashites.
Ashitev, yeah.
Uh-oh.
No.
I never heard that.
In Israel, we say a Polish Ashitev. So it
What's a
everyone.
shitter? What's a shitter?
Everyone.
No, in my house, a shikha was
Shittev
only
means-
a guy, was never a
means
Jew.
partner.
Okay, Louisa.
No, shit.
Yeah, I wanted to make a comment about this Bos Bialystok because it made me immediately think of the Hebrew expression is a Bialystok, meaning what are you talking about?
Yeah.
In comparison, and it is possible that in this particular case, Hebrew got it from Yiddish as a phrase, a
Yeah.
borrowing from Yiddish.
For sure, not the other way around.
Exactly. Usually it's the other way around, but in this case, it came from Yiddish into Hebrew. What are you talking about, right?
Okay.
I just wanted to say something. I had a woman in my Yiddish hour yesterday. She said she's not a Galiciana. She was saying, "Ich gehe heim, ich kauf Fleisch," you know. I said, you speak Galic. She says, no, she's not a Galiciana. She's not a Polisher, and she's not a Litvak. So what is she, other than a Jew? She said she comes from a different area. I don't know, in Hungary or something.
Yes, I'm one of those too. I figured out, I think, that I come from the very eastern part of Ukraine, which had a slightly different accent, again, from all the rest.
But yeah, she said, but she spoke like a Galiciana, absolutely. But she refused to say, she says, I'm not a Galiciana, no.
Maurice,
No
I think,
comment.
I know that you love it.
No comment. I am restraining. I'm a model of
You're
self-restraint.
quiet, a model citizen. Okay, Rochale, and then Luisa is reading. Rochale. We cannot hear you, Rochale.
She's got that problem.
Again, now
She had
no
trouble
sound.
with the microphone last week, remember?
Yeah. Okay. Speak. No, we cannot hear you again. Once again, we cannot hear you. Okay, Luisa, go on, read, and then if Rochale fixes it, she will stop. Luisa.
So, der Yiddischer Institut, ze, wie du gedenkst dem Nomen, hat Cyril bewundert der Habertes Zichron, would it be?
Zikoren.
Zikoren?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is that?
Take od dem Institut hat men ausgebaut, nicht in Bialystok, nicht in Grodne, nicht in Große Vileike, nor take in Vilne. So the Yiddisher Institute, see, as you remember the name, Cyril wondered the friend's memory.
About her friend's memory, yeah.
Wondered about her friend's memory. So Takehotos Institute, so this institute was built not in Bialystok, not in Grodno, not in Grois Vilkie, is it? Vileike, but precisely in Vilne, because Vilne...
No, now reading the Yiddish.
Weil Vilne is a Stadt mit Klales, because Vilna is a city with curses, mit gleichwertig, I don't know what that would be. Good word? Straight words?
With sayings, I think.
Sayings.
Proper words.
Witticisms.
Yeah, witticism.
Witticisms, okay, thank you. With meshugaim, with crazy. With crazies. Eine in eine, these and these. Sisdo fundos zu nehmen Faraza Institute. From this.
No, eine in eine, it's like echad, all of them.
Okay, one by one.
One by one, all of them, yeah.
Sisdo fundos, so from here there is enough to name such an institute, am I right?
No, there is enough material for such an institute.
Oh, okay. Thank you, I'm sorry.
So how many readers did this writer intend to insult and upset? I mean, what a thing to boast about. This is what they're boasting about Vilna, who everybody else reveres, right? I love this story. It's crazy.
That was a good one, yeah. Okay, go on, Luisa.
Okay, was ist der Fun? Actually, what is der Fun exactly? I'm asking you.
What is
What-
the phone?
What's the difference? It's like, so
From
what?
this.
Uh-huh. So what? Okay.
So what?
Yeah, because I couldn't figure out the word der Fun.
That's
And
all
we
right.
had it at the
Fun is
beginning.
like from, I thought it meant their fuss from this.
No.
No,
phone.
what's the difference? So what? So what of it?
What's the
So
point?
what? So, okay, so what? Ot hat genommen una Weg in an ander Stadt kleiben Sachen für Ot dem Institut. So what? So he went, he took and went away to another city to
Gather,
to get, I guess, to
Collect.
get,
collect, gather.
to gather, yes. For the institute. So he went to gather more sayings or bad words for the institute, right?
More material, yes.
Yeah.
More material.
Where
Okay,
is-
thank you, Louisa.
You're welcome.
Golda, just another paragraph and we will finish. Golda.
Der Weg. Was meinst du? Das Geschäft wird einfallen? So he left. What are you talking about? The business is gonna fail? Und dort ist Reis mit der Plan von der Chaverte. Was dank ihm hat dem Plan. And in this way, Cyril had a plan for her friend. Was dank ihm, thanks to him, hat dem Plan ist der Jiddische Wissenschaftliche Institut Vivo in Vilna bereichert geworden mit der Kollektie Klolis, wörtlich, Zogertzen, Mekane zu sein. Okay, and thanks to him, this plan in the Yiddish Wissenschaftliche Institute, YIVO, in Vilna, became richer because of the collection of curses, words, Zogertzen, things that was said, mechanic design,
To be envied.
Jealous.
yes, to be
envied.
Jealous.
Should I
Thank you.
continue?
No, that's it. Thank you, Golda, because we are it's almost 12 o'clock. Rafael, please. Yeah.
Yeah, two things. Adank im. The im refers to the plan.
The plan, right.
But with a plan that because of it, this particular plan, the Yiddish Wissenschaftliche Institute was so enriched. And also that was is der Fun. The der Fun is from it. And so what came out of it? They just talk about, well, Vilna got the reward instead of all these other cities of having the institute. Well, but what was the result? He left. So what is their fun? What was the result? He left.
Okay, so
That's great, thanks.
we will continue with this lovely story next week.
Great.
Okay, but if you want to add anything, say anything, now is the time. Yeah,
I just wanted to ask you.
Just a moment. Alvin, then Myrev.
Alvin, unmute yourself. Alvin is mute.
Alvin, you're muted. Yes, you're muted, Alvin, please. Oh.
2 points. One is my father was a Besser Ava. A Besser Ava is Nishkin Galiciana and Nishkin Litva. There are lots of in-between places and people. But the question I had was 2 pages ago, we used the word klug, and it was loosely translated. I'd like to understand the origin of that word, the explanation of that word.
Which word?
Klug.
Klug.
Klug is me.
Klug.
Yeah.
Something, an evil something on him. A klug's him.
Like a klug to Columbus.
Yeah,
It's like a curse.
A
It's
curse.
like a
Yes, yeah. Like a klola.
Okay, Michael, yeah.
So I put in the chat a link to the Yiddish Book Center's OCR page. To see it, I think you have to sign in, and it's free. But I was looking up Freuenzimmer, And it seems to be very, very common. There are a lot of texts that use it in the sense of a woman.
Michael, what's the OCR page?
So the Yiddish
Merit
Book
note.
Center has scanned with its optical character reading, scanned all of their texts, so they're searchable. And so in addition to just having the text available, if you log in, you can search text and just like you would in Google, and find. It's a good way if you don't understand a term, you want to see in what context it would normally be used. You can do that, and then you can find all kinds of texts where the term is used. And so what I put, the link I put in, is a search for Freundchen.
Okay, thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
Myrev, Louisa, and then Cookie. Myrev.
So I wanted to ask Louisa, your notes, are they on your computer? Can you
No.
share them?
No,
They're
they're
handwritten?
handwritten.
Okay,
Oh, too
the
bad.
notes
Okay.
are from the time that we read.
I know, but if somebody has a previous attempt at translating this, it'd be
Well,
great
I
to
did.
see it, but-
I did it last time, but I don't have it. I couldn't find it, and I was too
But
lazy.
nobody has it already on their computer that could be shared. It's all handwritten, right?
No, it was not on the computer. It was the time that each of us got a copy, because we were something like 12 people. So each of us got a printed copy, so it was not on the computer. So, dark
If anyone
ages.
wants to send it to me, I will digitize it and put it on the
So,
computer.
Maybe if Louisa can scan it and send it to you.
Oh, I would be happy to type it out. 'Cause
I
I'm
looked
always-
for it and I couldn't find it. I probably just recycled it. So, yeah.
Okay.
Louisa?
I'll try because a lot of these things are written. I don't know if you'll figure it out, but I'll try to scan it and send it.
I find it interesting that Louisa still has that copy.
Yeah, I have everything. I have absolutely all the stories that I have read in 3 folders.
Wow.
And today I got the first one out and I thought, I am never going to find this one. And I started leafing through the binder and I found it. So I can't.
The older you get, the fuller your house gets.
Yeah.
Maurice?
Yeah, Maurice?
There are 2 things that people might be interested in knowing because of this whole discussion that, not Grodno and not this place, but Vilna. In fact, the Yiddish scholars who met in the 1920s, who were discussing the idea of organizing an institution of higher learning in Yiddish, for Yiddish, and so on, they were actually meeting in Berlin. They had been in Russia, and after the revolution, when the Bolsheviks started cracking down on socialists and democratic socialists, so a whole group of them fled to Berlin, and they used to meet in Max Weinreich's apartment. That was like the first YIVO. And they seriously thought about opening a building in Berlin for the YIVO, but they had more discussions, and eventually it was decided that Vilna was closer to where the masses of Yiddish-speaking people lived, which was Eastern Europe and not Germany, because in Germany, most of them were speaking German by that time. So it could have been Berlin.
Wow.
And the other thing is that Max Weinreich, who was the pioneer Yiddish scholar and linguist of the 1920s, he actually didn't speak Yiddish as a child because he grew up in a part of, I think, Latvia called Kurland. Kurland was heavily German speaking, including the Jews who lived there. So Weinreich's first language was German, and then he decided to learn Yiddish, and then he became this phenomenal linguist.
Wow.
Okay.
Thank you, Maurice.
Very
Yes,
interesting.
That's very interesting.
Very
information.
interesting.
Thanks. Golda?
Yes. I would like to ask Beverly to just send me a link so that I can get into officials group. Because for some reason I'm
Today?
not.
Oh, sure. Today?
Yes.
I
Oh,
can
Yeah, wait
send
till I
it.
finish this.
I
problem.
appreciate it. I asked Marsha last week, but she
No
didn't.
problem, no problem. Oh, I used to
You
send
didn't
it out.
ask
I'll
me. You
start
asked me
again.
too late. I'm sorry.
No, it's not too late. No,
And put it in the chat. Do you want it?
no,
Can I
I
put it in the
can't. I
chat?
can't. I gotta go into the, no. Don't
Okay,
ask.
send it
Play
to him.
English.
Okay, Morty?
Yes, mostly for Meredith. This story is part of a book by Karpinovich called Vilna, My Vilna, Vilna, Mein Vilna.
Yeah.
This has been translated into English by Helen Mintz.
Right.
And you can find the book in most libraries. Mintz is spelled M-I-N-T-Z, or Z as you Americans say it. So,
I find that when I read English, the translations, somehow it doesn't have the Yiddish tom.
Of course not.
well,
Yeah, I
of
wonder
course not.
why.
I
Definitely.
think I said it once before. There is an Italian saying, traduttore traditore. The translator is a traitor. But as a translator, you do the best you can. And this translation by Helen Mintz has been considered probably a very, very good translation. So, and the name of the book is Vilna, My Vilna.
Okay. You have it. Yeah, also Susan, I saw that she has it too. Louisa, you want to add anything? I see that your hand is up.
Yes. Yes, the book actually, I have the book. I bought it when we read it for the first time, but I really haven't looked at the translation because precisely for the reason that Monty just said, which is that the translator usually doesn't, he's a traitor anyway. But my point, I wanted to mention something before, and that is that the word córkele, córka, is a Polish word, which means daughter. So it is also possible, because of that kuf sound, that it's really a combination of a diminutive from Yiddish applied to a Polish borrowing, that she tells her friend as a term of endearment, little daughter of mine, or something like that, even though she's not the mother. So it's just a thought.
Okay. Yeah, a Cookie, and then
I wanted
Rosalie.
to say my sister's name, Sora, she was called Surka.
Yes.
She was called Surka. That's number one. Number two, I wanted to say a tear came to my eye when I heard the word plotke. My mother used to say, "Oi, zisa plotke mache." So I heard, that's the first time I've heard that word since my mother's gone. Plotke, she used to use that word a lot, yes.
Plotke machen.
Plotke machen, yes, thank you. Rose.
What does it mean literally?
It's like a gossip manga.
Yeah.
Gossiping. Ayenta telebenta, you know? Well, she makes a troublemaker, so to speak. Yeah. And I wanted to know what the word traceland means. So
Traceland, lenachem, to
comfort.
Console.
Comfort.
Console.
Comfort, thank you.
Console. Right.
You know, there are so many words in stories. I speak a decent Yiddish conversation language, but there are many words that are in the stories that are rarely used in everyday language between parents and children. So there are many words that I do not know.
One of the
All of
reasons
us have
that
that.
Yiddish literature increases your Yiddish vocabulary.
Yeah, no question. And even the songs
Because
that I sing.
they refer to Yiddish speakers that learned it from the house.
Yes.
Kitchen Yiddish. There's a difference
that's right.
between
and they spoke to us as children, so their Yiddish wasn't so in depth. But like the word fawn, I never knew fawn was a flag, but it comes from a song
From Pripyat.
Yeah, right. Thank you. Yes, I'm from Pripyat, fawn. So when it said, I knew what the word meant. So many words I learned from songs. Yes. It was a wonderful hour. Thank you so much.
Okay. Just a moment. Rochale wants to talk and maybe she can now. No, Rochale again.
Can't hear you.
Okay, now you can hear me.
Yes. No.
Okay, because I'm speaking from the cell phone and I closed it by mistake. Okay, so if I'll go to the end first. I appreciate Morris's explanation about Weinreich because when I started using the dictionary, I was surprised to see that he lacks a word that it's an everyday word in Yiddish. It's not the nicest word, but it's a word that exists in other dictionaries and people use it. The word is to urinate. And he doesn't have, he completely took it out, like pishon does not exist. And I think maybe Morris's explanation shed a light on his background that explain why he took it out.
Well, maybe he didn't do it, so who knows?
Well, I have a little bit a problem with that. I think it's either an attitude, like you're supposed in a dictionary to collect the vocabulary of what people use. You don't decide which word is fit to go in and which word is not good enough. My Tate hat keinem nicht gegangen urinaren sein oder machten sein. I never heard those words.
Well, that's why it's better to use Beinfeld and Bochner.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what I was going to say. It was a shock to me to see that in his dictionary, and I double checked it just to be sure that I remember right, it doesn't exist, while it does exist with Bochner and the other dictionaries. So I think it's interesting. I don't know if someone else that is more knowledgeable than me can explain why he allowed himself to do it. Was it in purpose or was it in what way, you know?
Well, since he's not alive, we cannot ask him, so we will not
but
know.
someone that is more knowledgeable, that knows, was it an attitude? Was it a little bit a touch of Deutschmerisch? What was going on with this cleaning up the language, you know?
I suppose that you're talking about the Uriel Weinreich dictionary.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just opened it because I use the Bochner, but I just opened the dictionary into the English section, and in the English it does have the words urinate, urinal, urinate, urine.
Yeah, but it doesn't say the word pishon. It doesn't translate it to Yiddish.
I don't know if it's true. Well, David Brown, the Yiddish lehrer, the teacher, told us once in class that the thinking at the time with the Weinreich dictionary was this is a dictionary for like high school, for teenagers, and they wanted to kind of keep the language clean for that reason. Because it was intended to be used in high school when you're studying Yiddish in your high school classes.
Wow.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
That was an interesting point, Rochale.
Rochale, you have to write an academic paper for next week about the habits of Jews in Kurland.
Ich kann, gib Achtung, ich kann das da machen. Interessante Synchrones in verschiedene Vetters und
Okay, Morty, Luisa, and we finish because I have to go and have physiotherapy. So, but I can leave you to continue. I can leave you to continue. So, Morty?
No, I just
Luisa?
Yeah, I wanted to say that I only learned Yiddish in the Jewish school. I learned Hebrew and I learned Yiddish because in my house they spoke Polish. But I sure did learn the word pishon. So I don't know where I heard it, but it's part of
the word. That's why
whether it's in the dictionary or not. It could have been, this linguistic philosophy of what is right and a clean language. But I'm sure that when we went out into the street and saw children playing, or something, we probably heard that word over and over.
But I remember in my house, my Zay, the Oliver Sholem, he used to call me a kleiner Pischer.
A Pischer, yeah, a
Ah,
Pischer,
right.
actually, yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Right.
Pischer, of
We
course.
still use it. We still use it, don't we?
Yeah.
Like, who is this Pischer? Meaning a young one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Rochelle,
Hey.
you want to say anything
Oh,
else before we
I
close?
just want to say, can I just, Golda, I just sent you something on the text. So call me at that number because I have to see if you
I
got it.
sent it to her. Don't
Oh,
worry.
well, thank you,
Daganish.
thank you. Well, thank you,
Okay.
darling.
Okay, great. Rochelle, you want to add anything before we go on?
Use your cell phone.
Yeah.
Something is not working. Can you
No.
hear me?
No, it's not
Okay,
good.
forget it.
Next time, try to fix it, okay? Try and do something about it. Guys, have a wonderful week, and we will see you each of you next week when we will continue the story. Bye.
Thank you. Tada.
Seid gesund.
Seid gesund alle.